Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first ever Best Shot Denmark question answered TV show. And now let's kick things off with that catchy intro music. Hello folks, my name is IP Freely, subbing in here for Des Collins, who is still in the bed sleeping. I want to personally thank each and every one of you that submitted your questions, and your names will be linked down here on the bottom or in the comment section down below. So let's get started with our first question. Now our first contestant is Amber. Her channel is WhatADayInNorway. And she asks, what type of camera does Des use, and is he ever nervous when he films outside? Well, I have to say on Des's behalf that he's never really nervous when he's outside. Basically, when he's outside, he uses his secret weapon. Des claims when he uses this, he can look directly into the souls of the people or persons that he's filming. And he also claims that he's never really that nervous around folks now that he's been in Denmark for 3 years. This is the camera he uses, a JVC Aero. As you can see, it automatically links to YouTube. It has its great zoom in and zoom out lenses. Although it's not your normal hand cam or flip cam that others use, he finds it very innovating and it's great for outdoor uses. The one negative thing he says is, it's kind of crappy when you have to put it in your pocket or hide it elsewhere. But nonetheless, it is a great camera to film with, and he's glad that his wife bought it for him. Let's move on to our next contestant. He goes by the name of Zevo87. And he asks, are you officially a citizen of Denmark or no longer of the US? Well, Zevo, I'm here to tell you, ever since he moved from Florida to Denmark, he's officially applied for permanent residency here. He will not be giving up that U.S. citizenship just because he was born and raised there and can always go back and visit whenever he feels. But nonetheless, there is a process that can happen here in Denmark which can turn you into a Danish citizen. But he chooses not to use that because he loves the good old US of A. For our next contestant, we'll have a very special introductory by our special guest, Jacob the Dane.
Mig? Ej, okay. Det næste deltager er...
Now, Jacob, what has Des told you about speaking Danish? Because he does have audience members that speak English.
Kræfter med mig, men lidt sprog English her. Okay, the next person is OurlifeinText, and they ask, Des, do you ever make any mistakes because you speak so fluently in your videos?
Thanks for that introduction, Jacob. Well, I'm here to inform you, OurlifeinText. Des does make mistakes all the time. Believe me, he's a human. Everybody makes mistakes. Just that he edits and cuts those out. But I will give you a little itty bitty clip. Now pay close attention to what he's saying in the text, and then notice the picture. They don't go together, if you know what I'm saying.
And it's a little bit of push thanks to, there's a company out here called Extrabladet, which is the one.
As you can see, everybody is entitled to mistakes. Not even verbal mistakes, but even visual mistakes are made in its entirety by Des. If you look back at some of Des's previous vids, you notice the spelling of because has gone above and beyond wrong. And as for takes, he normally does 1 to 2 takes at a time, but no more than that because it's not really scripted. He just speaks freely whatever comes out of his mouth. In our last contestant before our big bonus round, Alex Project 25 wants to know how tall Des was, mainly because all you see is a headshot. Well, Alex, I'm here to tell you, Des is 6'1" in all his tallness glory. That converted into Danish height would be around 198. But I'm not sure about the conversion rate on that, so that was just a wild guess out of my butt. And now, hang on tight folks, because now we're going into our bonus question round. That's right, one lucky person submitted 5 questions, and all 5 questions will be answered right here directly in your face, right at this moment, right now. The contestant that submitted these questions, his name is ItsRyanGee. Our first bonus question asks, what kind of shoes do you wear? Well, let's go to Dez's closet and see what he has. Now, we secretly gone into Dez's closet and we pulled out all of his assortment yachts. Oops, I mean boats. Oops, I mean spaceships. Oops, I mean assorted shoe wear. And here's what they look like. And as you can see here, he has a great, lovely assortment of summer sandals. And as we move into the yacht collection, there are some cons. Those were from 1987, I believe. And there's your occasional Nike shoe wear, which looks great in the Danish weather. Speaking of Danish weather, when it's snowing outside, Des uses the combat boots here. But they're not really combat boots, they're just busted up Timberlands, which he uses for snowshoes. And as you can see, another summer pair. What's this? We won't comment on that. The next question in our bonus round would be, Des, where do you work and what do you do? Well, Ryan, this is the company Des works for. And as you can see here by this lovely diagram that they gave to him, he's into windmills. Unfortunately, he can't go into depths as to what he does, but it has to do with data administration, where he plots windmills all over the world and puts them into a big supercomputer. The next question that Ryan submitted was, what does the type of currency look like here in Denmark? Here is what one of the Danish money looks like now. This is what we call a 2 krone. Here is a whole roll, which is basically 50 krone. I don't know how much that is in US dollars, but normally 9 out of 10 times a Dane will go around with this in their pocket. As you can see, all Danish money has pretty much a hole drilled in the middle, which is kind of unique compared to the US quarter, nickel, or dime. And here are just a few others of what the Danish currency look like. Here you have, and there is a, wow, look out for that. That's unique. I never knew they had one of those. And now we've reached the final question of Mr. ItsRyanGee. Ryan asked, if you could do any collaboration with any YouTuber in the world, which one would it be? Well, Ryan, let's just say I don't know right now, mainly because I'm a fresh new YouTuber. I don't know who I would do a collab with. But what it boils down to is, if you just ask and inform me of what your collab is, I most likely will do it. I've already done one collab with Mr. Warbuck, but it hasn't yet to air. And I've also done a collab with the Cartoon Loon, which is also waiting in a queue somewhere out in existence. And just like that, guys, thank you for watching. I would like to thank all the subscribers that sent in their questions. And again, you've been linked down here and down in the information bar below. If you want to get yourself put into the next TV show, submit your question when the question time comes around. My name is IP Freely. Thanks for watching.